Hello, welcome. The stream has begun. My name is Tad Cameron. I will be the dungeon master tonight. We have a fun little one-shot for you guys tonight called the Stormcliff Rager. You guys want to go around, introduce yourselves real quick, your name and your character? Rob, let's start with you.
All right, my name is Rob, and tonight I will be playing Miram Dunbin, a rock gnome artificer, bounty hunter, at your service.
Very nice. Well, let's keep going down the line.
All right, cool. I'm Mariah, and I'm going to be Talia the Vole. She is a half-drow Echo Knight, and she's really tall and really precocious, so we'll see how it goes.
Hi, my name is Arthur. I'll be playing Brawny, the Minotaur cleric. He's also an Inquisitor, so he just wants to make sure that everyone's doing just the right thing that you gotta be doing.
And hey, I'm Greg. I'm playing Flint. He is a former street urchin and thief, now being forcibly redeemed by his god. So, yeah, good times.
Very nice. Okay, so let's jump right in. We are going to move Shadazy. All right. Should be all black for you guys. Is that correct?
Yep.
Correct.
I love it. You are on the cliff of Stormcliff, a giant sweeping drop straight down about 2,000 feet, raging ocean below. Now, this town is plagued by the worst thunderstorms on the continent. They require a special magical amulet in order to protect the town from thunderstrikes. You have been hired by the mayor of this town to retrieve it, and 2 bugbears and a goblin currently have the amulet. Surrounded by your cliff face, vines, a couple trees, and a large rock, as indicated by this beautiful handmade map that I will show you right now. Great. So, first things first, let's get our players set up. Greg,
Yes,
you
sir.
are currently dangling off the cliff from off of those green vines, right around here. So can you put your token right there?
Yeah. Grabbing a token. Hold on 1 second.
Great. Mariah, while that is happening, you are currently bound in ropes, being dragged by this bugbear right here.
All right, okay, here I go.
Arthur, you are right here. Boom. And finally, Rob, you are perched atop this rock right here. Oh, it's beautiful. The gnome is more beautiful than I'd hoped, honestly. Okay.
I like his club.
I like the club too. Honestly, I like everything about him. We're gonna get started. Everyone, roll for initiative.
Okay.
That should have just rolled once for me.
Boom.
I got a 9.
9.
Perfectly average.
All right.
Okay, so Mariah, that's gonna put you up first. You are currently bound in ropes. What would you like to do?
Well, I do speak Goblin. I guess I'll try to be like, listen, in Goblin, listen, you don't really want to be doing this. I'm pretty tough. I can probably break out to these pretty well.
Oh yeah. I spent time as a sailor, so you're gonna have a tough time with those knots. I'll tell you that much for free.
Athletics check.
Yeah, all right, do it.
To bust out.
Boom. Yeah, you managed to do it. You find a weak point in the knots. It's goblin rope, so it's pretty inferior. It's mostly just like goblin hair that's been braided.
Yeah.
You managed to kind of like pull out of it.
All right. Is it doing anything after I break out of it?
Would you like to? I'll give you your move.
I will, as a bonus action, manifest my echo over here,
Nice.
and then poof, right over.
Oh, you're gonna switch places?
Yep. Because
Great. So, do we have your mirror token?
we do. So, let's see if I can drag it over. So, yeah, so I can teleport to wherever it is.
Do you switch places or do you teleport to it?
Let me take a look. I can teleport magically swapping places with it. So, poof.
Very nice. Okay. Next up on the order is Flint.
All right.
You're
So you
currently
said that I'm
hanging
hanging off the vines here.
Yes.
Okay, so I take it I'm hanging like upside down and helpless, or am I like climbing up them?
Imagine you've been knocked off, and as opposed to plummeting to your death, you managed to grab a fistful of vines. So you're kind of, what's that, point break maybe, or no?
Yeah.
Cliffhanger kind of thing.
Gotcha. So it's kind of like, not today.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take the opportunity to start climbing back up.
Great. The bugbear is impeding your progress.
How so?
He is stomping on your feet, so you're going to have to make a dexterity check to try and get around him.
Got it. All right.
Stomping on your hands, not your feet. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right. And this is a banging track, by the way.
Thank you. Aggressor by Kevin McLeod.
Oh, very nice. Okay, yeah. So that did not work well.
How do we do? So the bugbear, as he's trying to stomp on your hands, he connects with some of your digits, and you lose your grip and you slip another 5 feet down the cliff.
Okay.
With that, it is.
Actually, can I make a deception check? How easy? How is it like a straight drop, or can I like make it look like I fell a lot further than he thinks?
Oh yeah, totally. Make a roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it sound like I'm like
Yeah, totally.
Just get him to turn his back on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Okay, all right. So I want you to give me like a blood-curdling scream that might convince a bugbear. Hey, guys, we totally got this one. He totally fell to his death and stuff. And there's like a mighty cheer from the other goblins. With that, Art, I don't have your initiative roll here. Oh wait, yes, you do. My mistake. With that, it is Rob's turn.
So I am going to survey the battlefield, and I'm going to target the bugbear that was doing the tying of the ropes, and cast a firebolt against him.
All right. So is that's his save throw, right?
No, this is a roll to attack against his AC.
Oh, okay, cool.
Figured I'd
You
start
rolled.
off
You
easy.
rolled over. I see. Great. Unfortunately, the bugbear was well ready for you, and he manages to boom zip as the firebolt goes crackling beside him and explodes nearby.
I'm just going to wave and back up on my rock.
Okay, and with that, it is Arthur's turn.
Okay, so I tried to roll an insight to against Flint's deception, and I completely failed. So, in my eyes, I just saw my good friend Flint fall off the cliff.
I'm so sorry.
There's just water down below there, right? There's like raging rapids.
Yeah, well, and like sharp rocks, definitely.
Sharp rocks. Okay. I kind of want to dive in after my good friend and save him from the terrible ocean below. But I don't want to kill my character in the first turn.
Does he want to make a spot check?
Yeah, can I like run over and like I want to like go to dive in, but maybe like see him before I like kill myself on the rock?
Yeah, totally. You want to run over and peek off the edge?
Yeah, because I think
Where's
we
your
want
token
to
right now?
like help
I
him
don't see your
out
token.
because he's like I saw him fall the first time and I wanted to help him out anyway because I'm a good cleric. Yeah. So perception. What do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, perception.
14. Not bad. Not bad.
Great, yeah. So you and Flint, you go way back. So you're used to what his blood curdling screams sound like, and you start to really tap into the fact that maybe he's rolled very high on the perception check.
Okay, then I think like as I'm running over, I'm like, wait a minute, Flint's okay. So I want to like hop down onto the vines where he is. And what is Flint again? Is he a smally creature or is he a
No,
like?
I'm a human.
Human? That's small. I'm a minotaur. That's still kind of small to me. So
Yeah.
I try to like grab him and like throw him up onto the like jump down onto the vines. Grab him, throw him off. I want to do 7 things. Is that okay? Is that allowed in D&D to do?
You know what? I'm gonna say yes. Make a strength check.
Strength check, absolutely.
Yeah. What kind of armor are you wearing, Flint?
I got leather on, so I take it you're gonna do the old fastball special.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a good thing that I made my cleric have most of his thing in strength here.
Okay.
Never mind.
Sorry, my leg is still kind of stuck.
Interesting.
Is it so the second one? Yeah, his leg is in fact wrapped around vines, and you yank and yank and yank, but you cannot. And actually, while that's happening, the bugbear is coming up behind you, and he's going to take a big old swing with his big old bat.
I just turned to my friend Flint, and I'm like, I think I made it worse here, my friend. I apologize deeply.
It is okay, my friend. It is okay.
Fortunately, the bugbear is drunk on the victory of Flint falling to his death, and swings way wide. You manage to duck the bat as it comes at you, juking it very, very safely.
I think I've tasted many times.
The goblin in the tree right here is going to fire at Rob. Launch it off. I'm gonna assume that doesn't hit, Rob.
No, that would not hit me.
Yeah. How do you dodge this arrow?
I lift my tower shield up and hide behind it like the brave soul I am.
Yeah, and it like collides with the shield and it kind of gives a nice twang. But you are otherwise unharmed. Finally, the bugbear just watched some kind of magic whodunit, switcheroo, something. Takes his bat and takes a wide swing at the Echo Knight.
All right.
Boom, boom.
So its AC is the Echo's AC is 16.
Great. So he does manage to collide with it, just like straight on the center mass, clocks it with the bat.
Oof.
And it poofs away because it only has 1 hit point.
Magic mumbo jumbo. And with that, it is Mariah's turn once more.
All right. Well, I'm going to come over here.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I'm going to resummon my Echo to be right over here next to this guy.
So you can just
I'm going
pop
to
that thing off
It's a bonus action.
whenever you want, as many times as you want.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. I'm going to hit this guy with my scimitar.
All right.
Or at least I'm going to try. 14?
Do you have a bonus to that, or is that
that's all of it. So I rolled. Roll 20. I rolled a 9 plus 5.
The bugbear has a gauntlet on, like a metal glove, and he manages to catch your scimitar as it's approaching him.
Woo.
And he throws it away. He doesn't disarm you, but manages to rebuff it.
All right, and I also get the thing where I can unleash my incarnation. So when I make an attack, I can have my Echo also attack.
Nice.
So it's going to attack the other bugbear.
Cool.
Let's see if it hits it. Probably not.
Something's going wrong with the magic. Your echo in a wisp of smoke just kind of phases through the bugbear. This is very alarming to the bugbear, but he's otherwise unhurt.
All right.
With that, that is Greg.
Does the echo provide flanking?
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's technically there. It's
Sneak
just a
attack,
great translucent version of myself.
All right. I'm going to climb up, and I'd like to sneak attack.
Yeah, totally. And the bugbear is now completely distracted with this wispy apparition. So,
Yep.
You got it.
All righty.
Oh,
so
very nice.
That's to hit. 11 damage with the sneak. Yeah, like right between the ribs.
Yeah. What is it? A rapier? Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
The bugbear lets out a very the cry sounds like a cicada, but also like a grizzly bear. It's like a it's a bugbear. With that, do you want to do anything else?
I mean, I've moved and I've attacked. I don't really have any bonus actions off the top of my head.
Then that is the end of your turn.
Then I'm good.
Okay, Rob.
All right. I am going to charge into battle with this other gentleman here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, I can get to right here. And I am... Pardon. I'm going to stab him with my... I cannot pronounce this. Yikula. It's the spear thing. The Yikula. The YKLWA.
I take your word for it.
It's a thing. You'll see it in the chat in a second. I am going to miss horribly.
Yeah, you're like running valiantly, and you kind of stumble, and it just digs straight into the dirt. The bugbear isn't even looking at you. With that, Art's turn.
Yeah, I think I want to climb. Is the mirror still is the mirror Echo Knight still there?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I want to climb just off the cliff, right next to the bugbear, and just be like, well, I guess we're doing this. I'm sorry, friend, and just whack him really hard with my great club.
Okay.
Okay, so that is +5. Does a 7 hit?
It does not, unfortunately. So this bugbear is wise to your tricks at this point, and he manages to juke out the what do you have? Your club?
Yeah, my great club.
Your great club. With that, he is going to turn on you though, and he is going to try and shove you off the cliff.
Should have moved around.
So let's make it you can do a strength or a dexterity check as you wish.
Strength and dexterity, or athletics, or acrobatics?
Pick your favorite, man.
Okay.
I buy any of those.
I will do strength. Oof.
Oh no.
I don't really like roll 20 anymore.
He manages to buff you and make a dexterity check, see if you can grab some vines.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to grab a fistful of vines on your way down, but you're back right on the cliffside, dangling for your life.
I missed you, old friend.
With that, let's see here. The other bugbear is going to take a whack at the gnome. And he rolls very high for an attack roll. Nope. Yeah, he's confused. He's in a rage. Whiffs over your head. Finally, the goblin is going to fire another arrow at you. And he fires it. His bowstring actually breaks. And the arrow clatters uselessly to the ground at the base of the trunk. You hear a lot of cursing and goblin going down.
I'm going to laugh at him as I attempt to pull my spear out of the ground.
Oh no, I understand all of that. He's saying some very naughty things.
The goblin is going to climb down the tree. Let's go back to the top of the order with Mariah.
All right, I'm going to try to hit this guy again with my scimitar. Let's see. Whack. Nope. I don't hit him.
Nope, you're engaged in battle. He's parrying you with everything he's got.
Yep, and I'm not going to attack with my echo this time because I only get to do that twice for every long rest.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's how it's balanced. But I can teleport anytime I want.
That makes sense. With that, Greg.
All right, with him flanked again, do I still get my sneak attack?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. He also, you didn't hit him the first time, and he still thinks you're dead. So.
Oh, I didn't. I thought I rolled like an 18 to hit him.
Did you? Oh, that you did. You got them in the ribs. That's right.
Yeah, I got him in the ribs with 11 damage. So he's aware that I'm there, but he's also still flanked at the moment. So
The rest of us
totally
that
right.
haven't been successful.
yeah. Now, since he's flanked, would I roll this with advantage or no?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I should have given you advantage last time. My bad.
It's okay. It was good enough to hit him the first time, so I'll do that again. All right, let's try this again. I'll roll it twice just to have. Yeah, I definitely need to roll that twice.
Unfortunately, it doesn't connect. He's wise to your tricks at this point.
Okay. So it just kind of like glanced. Oh, damn it! All right.
This bugbear's got moves.
Yeah, apparently.
You want to move?
You know what? I'm going to 5-foot adjust right over here.
Great.
So this way he's not like, in a position to potentially knock me off the thing again.
Very nice.
Yeah.
With that, Art.
So I feel like my good friend, longtime friend, forever companion, Flint, has got this bugbear handled. So I think I want to sort of climb up and move more to the side right here.
Okay.
And then take my dash action to rush this other bugbear. And I don't know if you know this, Tad, but as a Minotaur, when I take the dash action, I can then immediately use as a bonus action an attack with my horns.
Cool. I didn't know that. Let's do it.
And also, it has to take a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet.
Okay.
So I'll do the attack roll for that.
Thank you.
What would plus? I would plus 3 because it's just my strength. Does that hit?
Yeah. I think it manages to connect. So he does the. That's a little loud. He does the strength saving throw and against your what?
It's a proficiency and strength modifier, so it would be 3. It'd be plus 8, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 15.
So he's got to be 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he does not pass.
And I'm gonna roll. Since I rolled a d20, should I roll double damage or?
Yeah.
Roll the natural 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did 10 damage.
Very nice.
Okay.
Okay. With that, it is Rob's. No, that's the end of that's the bugbears then. The goblin, with no weapon in his arms, is just gonna run at you, Rob, and try and grapple you, and bring you to the ground. So make the roll, would you please?
It's strength, yes.
Yeah. 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 So the goblin doesn't look like he's been eating much. You managed to push him casually to the side. The bugbear though pulls out a hand axe and chucks it straight at Mariah. This bugbear chucks it straight at Mariah.
All right, cool.
Let's see here.
Yeah, that's going to hit me.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
Yeah.
That looks like it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Let me check. Yes. Okay, so that's gonna be 16 damage.
Okay.
Cool.
And with that, he's feeling pretty good. Yeah, describe where it hits you.
It can hit. I guess it can hit me right here, like. Ow! What? Ow!
So it just like sinks into your clavicle, huh?
Yeah.
Yowza.
Ow!
Oof. Okay, great. And the other bugbear is gonna take another whack at Mariah
Okay.
with his club.
That just hits.
Yep. So that'll be. Sorry about that. That'll be 8 damage.
Okay. Alright, I know what I'm doing on my next turn.
With
I
that,
didn't even hit any of you!
It's your turn again.
Okay, well. I think I'm going to, as my bonus action, use Second Wind to regain a d10 plus 3 hit points because I am not looking good.
Nice.
That is my bonus action. Oh, that's cool. I get 4 hit points back. That's the worst. Okay.
Man, my dice hate everybody today.
Well, I guess I will attack him because, why not?
Do it.
That is a modified 20, which I think hits.
Unnatural 20? Yeah, totally.
7 points of slashing damage, and I will use my echoes the last time I can unleash my incarnation and hit the other one. 19?
Yeah, totally.
Alright, 9 points of damage.
The bugbears are looking pretty wobbly on their feet. They've been stabbed through the ribs. Their eyes are gouged. They're not a pretty sight.
Wait a minute. Can I do an action surge? I think I can, because that's not a bonus. I'm going to take an action surge. I'm going to hit that bugbear in front of me again. 24!
Yeah, and you clock it.
Woo!
5 more points of damage.
Describe to me how you kill this bugbear.
I hit him once in Goblin. I say, you really shouldn't have hit me so hard. And then I will just whack right into his center mass.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. With that, Senior Bugbear is dead.
Oh no.
Great. That is Greg's turn.
I'll give you one chance to surrender, and then I stab him.
It connects.
Sweet. All right. Ooh, yeah.
Describe how you kill this bugbear.
All right. So as he kind of looks puzzled, I immediately do a little bit of a flourish and I just run him through twice with my rapier.
He's kind of looking like Swiss cheese a little bit, and collapses.
Yep.
You want to move?
And then I turn to the goblin and I try to intimidate.
What do you say to him?
Or just look intimidating. Like you can surrender, or you can run, or you can die.
Yeah, roll.
All right, intimidation.
Yeah. The goblin. Can you say that in a more intimidating way for me? Like really, like reach into your soul.
So I as I'm pulling my sword out of the entrails of his companion, I wipe it off in one smooth motion, and I look at the goblin right in the eye. We lock eyes for a moment, and I say, "You can surrender, you can run, or you can die."
I think I'll run. And yeah.
Then you'll just die tired. And I draw my bow.
Okay.
Tired.
With that, it is Rob's turn.
All right. How are you? How are you looking, Talia? How are you looking? Yes. Are you
Let's
good?
see. On a scale of 1 to 29, I'm at a 9.
All right. So, step 1, I'm going to use my bonus action, and I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Goodness. Thank you.
So that would be 6 points of healing for you.
Oh, that's delightful. Thank you.
And then I am going to turn to this goblin, and I am going to... Yeah, let's just hit him in the face with a yukawa again. Well, I say again as if I've ever succeeded at this one. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So that'd be 7 piercing damage.
Describe to me how you kill this goblin.
So without even looking at him, because I've just cast Healing Word on my friend here, I'm just going to whip the blade back and stab him directly in the chest.
Great. So you stab him in the chest, and something happens. The goblin seems kind of unfazed by it. Instead of the blood, you find a green ooze, sort of like this pussy ooze, starts to come out of him, and he kind of starts moving around. His arms start taking strange shapes, and he becomes a little bit more incorporeal. He begins to melt into a puddle of green ooze. And in the center of the ooze, you see the amulet, the Stormcliff amulet, as it slides in between a crack in the cliff.
Oh no.
No.
Ah!
We don't have anything to help
Is,
with that.
is he like, I'm melting, what a world.
Is that something I could possibly do a dexterity check to see if I can catch it with my my yukawa, which was in its chest, and now just like pin it to the side of the crack?
Yeah, make a grab for it.
Alright, so it's going to be... Oh, that's not going to go well. Oh, hey! 19.
Yeah,
Hey, Rob, end this game now.
you totally managed to stab, like you catch just the chain of the amulet, and as the ooze disappears, it's you have the amulet in your arms.
Dude,
I win.
You are out of combat.
we win Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, guys.
I look
I
at
had a
the
lot of
ooze, I
fun.
go, oh,
So
that's
you'll all
gross.
notice that I am not moving at all because I am terrified if I move, then this chain is going to slip off of my spear.
I wanna walk over and like pick it up with 2 hands, very like cautiously, and like put it
Yeah.
into my little breast pocket and snap a little snap to make sure it's very secure.
Yeah, it's safe. You see the amulet itself is it's kind of a cobalt steel blue that has a lightning bolt insignia on the front. It's very pretty. You really you surmise it might fetch a good price.
Is there a reason why that goblin kind of melted?
Oh, I've seen it before. It happens sometimes.
I have never seen anybody melt after
I
getting stabbed.
just assumed that's how goblins died. I've never killed a goblin before.
Okay, it's about a 50-50 chance, yes.
I'm at this. I want to go to the bodies and sort of say a prayer and a last rites for each of them. They fought well.
Yeah, what do you say?
It's a like there's a special ritual in my religion for like people who have died of our religion, but for other religions we just have a short sort of prayer, like willing them to go off to who they believe in, close their eyes, fold their arms over their chest, and say, "May you be at peace, and may you go to where you should."
Lovely. Well, the town of Stormcliff, you see it in the distance, back from where your employer was. The town of Stormcliff is a town on stilts. Everything in the town is raised up as if everyone was preparing for a flood at all times. But the stilts themselves are rickety and slanted and kind of cattywampus. So the whole town has an unlevel, off-kilter feel.
I hate that. That sounds horrible to be in, especially for a big boy.
You just hear Miriam grumbling something about how tall people need to get taller, and etc. etc.
I'm sorry I'm not tall enough. I'll try to do better next time.
How tall is your minotaur?
7'3".
Oh, excellent. Twice my height.
Say like, oh my goodness.
Would you guys like to head
Yeah,
back
no,
to town?
you are much taller than my 6'3" half drow character.
Drink your vegetables, kids.
Right, should we head back into the town?
Sure.
Cool.
You head back into the town,
Poof.
and the first thing that you realize as you walk between the streets and the different alleys of stilted buildings, there's no one there. It's completely empty. You know, before this town was full of people. It was a bustling trade center, but no one is there. You can't seem to find anyone as you arrive in a town square with a large fountain. Even the stone fountain is raised a few feet above the ground on rickety wooden stilts.
Maybe they all left because they realized they lived in the worst village ever.
You really would have thought that the public planning could have been a little bit more, I guess better.
I don't know. I'm from a city that that was put inside the cauldron of a volcano, so people like to live where they live.
Yeah.
You're right, I shouldn't judge. I just would feel more comfortable once we move on from this quest.
Yeah, no, you could say that again.
Everyone make a perception check.
Okay.
I would just feel more comfortable once we move on from this quest.
Yeah, you guys perceive everything. And
We have total consciousness.
yeah, the first thing that all of you see, except for Art.
Yeah.
Is, Art, you're just like staring off into
Art,
the
you
distance.
rolled a d6. It's very hard to roll high on a d6.
I'm not going to say you can't do that.
There he
Okay.
is.
Oh,
There we go. Now we
Yeah,
all
you can
see
tell X-rated.
everything.
The locks of his mane was in his eyes.
Barnaby's like, who's Arthur?
Okay, so what you all notice is a single pair of eyes creeping out from behind a stack of stilts.
Okay.
Hello.
I kind of whispered everybody, how do we want to play this?
Oh, I'm already waving and saying hello.
Oh, all right. Well, there's that.
Helen, well met, my friend.
Is it safe?
No.
Yeah.
Have you been to this town?
It's not
I mean-
safe.
I mean, technically, it's never safe anywhere. I mean, we do live in dangerous times in a dangerous world, and well, there's
It's
monsters
fine.
lurking.
It's fine. Come on out. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, we got the thing. We got the necklace, the amulet. It should be okay.
The amulet?
Yes, we retrieved the amulet.
I'm a brick poop house standing on wooden, rope. This shouldn't happen.
And the next thing you see is streams and streams of gnomes flooding out. You're not sure where they were hiding, but they managed to step out from behind stilts. They all run you and mob you, and they're cheering, and it's like the end of Star Wars Episode 1, and everyone's laughing and crying. And one gnome, who's a little taller than the rest, he's wearing a purple suit and a purple top hat. He strolls up and sees you four and
Is that
says,
the
"Oh,
kid?
you've done it! You've saved our amulet. Where is it? Can I see it?"
Eh.
I think Barnaby is just stunned. This is the coolest thing he has ever seen in his life.
I would like to do an athletics check to climb my friend and retrieve the amulet from his pocket.
Yeah, he's just still. So Flint has done this many times in our long history together.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. We got this.
Oh wow.
But
Let's see,
the many of them came from a small place. How did it
16
happen?
to climb my friend.
Yeah,
That's a
you
sentence
climb
I
him.
never thought I would say.
You climb him like a tree.
At least buy him dinner first.
I retrieve the amulet from his pocket. I carefully unbutton his pocket, reach inside, carefully button it back up.
This is a mayor.
It's like a class. It's like a
sorry.
snap button.
I unsnap it.
The mayor holds out his hand. It's just, please, may I see it?
What's it worth to you?
We have gold plenty. The town of Stormcliff is very valuable. We will give you your promised reward of 500 gold pieces.
I'd like to insight check him before I hand it over.
Yeah, do it.
19.
Yeah, you know this guy. He's the guy that hired you. He seems like there's some thunderclouds starting to form overhead, so you can tell he's real anxious to get this amulet.
All right. So I look at him skeptically as I carefully hand it over to him.
Oh yes! All of the gnomes lift him up and the amulet, and he's swinging the amulet around by the chain. Says, "We got it! We got it!" And the crowd starts to move, and you're moved along with the
jeez.
the tide of gnomes.
Oh boy.
As they take you farther and farther into the town of Stormcliff. And there's one building that is set up aside. It's higher than the others. It's got large cathedral roofs, and they seem to stop and gather and form a large semicircle around it. They say, "Inside is your reward. Please go ahead. Go consult the seeress."
The CRS?
Yes.
I'm going to make an insight check just because there's some what the effery going on right here.
Can I make a door check? This is a gnome village, right? How big is the door?
The door. They're used. It's a trading town, so they're used to servicing a lot of different species, races, and so there's like a series of doors that of different accommodating sizes.
Are they nested in each other?
Yeah, exactly. Each one has its own little slat for checking.
I'm just saying separate but equal is still discriminating. You know?
Well, we'll leave that one to the CRS. Did you say you wanted to do an insight check?
Yes, 16.
What are you trying to get insight on?
There's something that just kind of strikes me as suspicious about this. Suddenly we've got to go see the Cirrus in the temple, and they're not coming with us to go and get our pay. Like that's what?
You get the sense the revelry has died down a lot, and we're definitely on hallowed ground here. You get the idea that not everyone is even allowed in this building.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely feel more safe in a church, so I'm definitely like not asking anyone else. I'm like going in the church.
I just go, okay, open the door.
Great. As you enter,
I see no problem with any of this.
As you enter inside,
I look back at the mayor and I just do one of these quick, and then I walk inside.
And what you notice immediately is that plush rug covers the entire floor. It's not a big open space at all, but it's rather enclosed, and it's one long hallway that extends all the way down. You see candles lighting the path.
Ooh, this is kind of romantic.
Love this. Is this shag? How do they get shag here? Does it get wet?
I don't know.
The madam loves shag. Behind you, you're not sure where he came from. There is a small gnome. He has a comb over and a pencil mustache. He says, "Are you here to consult with the madam?"
We're here to get paid.
Yeah, we just got an amulet and stuff. So, like, we were told to come in.
Adventurers.
Yes, we are here to speak with the madam.
How tawdry. Well, yes, do follow me. He begins to set off. And you get the sense that though you are traveling and you're walking as you follow this strange little gnome, you're not actually making any distance. Or you're not actually moving. You just seem to, the hallway seems to stretch and stretch and stretch until finally you land. You're not sure when it got in front of you, but suddenly there's a large table with a beautiful purple cloth. A gnome woman is sitting in the middle of the table, She has a crystal ball in front of her.
I feel like this is a David Lynch movie.
Ooh, does she like tell fortunes and stuff?
Hello, young heroes.
Good day.
Hello.
I stroke my white beard.
You are here to collect your reward, I imagine.
As agreed upon.
I have dealt with many adventurers before, and I have a proposition for you. A sort of double or nothing.
Okay.
Is it a sexy proposition or is it like just a different kind of proposition?
Well, we'll see how well you do. I need a cave plumbed, and I understand that doesn't, well...
That does not answer my question at all.
Sirius begins to blush furiously.
I'm a man of the cloth. I appreciate the offer, but I must decline.
No, I'm not propositioning you. I'm trying to...
I mean, I'm down.
Look, all right. Here's the truth. We have been plagued by bugbears and something darker for as long as we can remember. You're the first adventurers worth any salt. Please, we will triple your fee if you can find it in your hearts to go into the cave at the base of the cliff, and destroy what lies in there.
Flint almost got there the fast way.
That's correct.
I mean, have you tried to talk to the bugbears? Like, they're just like, you know.
You tried to talk to the bugbears?
Yeah, I know how to talk to them. She points to her fuzzy ears. Like, yeah.
Well, the last
Like,
one we were
they're
talking to just stabbed you. Like, a lot.
Yes. Yeah, and I taught him a lesson. It happens. Like, but I did try to talk to him first.
Listen. This is all well and good, but there's something of a time crunch. We're afraid that the next storm that will strike our town is greater than even our amulet can control, and we believe there is a dark magic in the cave that is feeding the storm. Please, I will offer any help you can. I can any of the town's riches if you can just go into the cave, destroy what lies in there.
Well, you did mention triple our rate, so...
Yes. What was your rate? 500?
I think it was 750.
Yes, 7.
I thought that was.
Make it 700.
I think. So I apologize. I think my friend here, Flint, is bad at math. It was 500. Yes.
Yes. It's okay. Our gnomish friend here, he's not very good at math, but our rate, as a man of honor, our rate was 500. So 15 for this additional job, plus the initial 5 would suffice.
I'll put a cherry on top. 2,500 gold pieces, all told. You can go into this cave and find what lies inside.
Okay. I'm pretty beat up from the other fight. Is there any way,
You
like...
do this in the morning? Or,
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Could I take a nap first?
We have 8 hours, I think, that you could rest, approximately. We will make all accommodations at the local inn/spa/tavern.
Spa, you say?
Do they have a
Tavern, yes.
Because my skin gets really dry in this area, and I would just die for a mud bath.
Well, all of that can be made available to you. Rupert, and she claps twice, and appearing as if from nowhere, pencil mustache gnome appears. It says, "Follow me this way."
Oh, and could I have some rope?
Rope?
Well, just for like if we're going in a cave, it'd be good to have some provision.
I think I have some rope in my back.
I thought you were a man of the cloth.
I'm the man of the spelunking as well.
We can arrange to have some rope brought to you.
Perfect. Yes.
Great. So with that, the pencil thin mustache starts to strut off down the hallway. And
Does the gnome go with him, or is it just the mustache going?
Oh, it's just the mustache. There's something.
I hate it. This is worse than the death.
And followed by the comb over, just floating along.
Exactly. And then behind the comb over, the gnome leads you outside and into a nice little. It's like it's tasteful. There's like bamboo and there's some stones. You can get cupped if you like. You can get massages, whatever you like. Long rested up. How do you guys spend your night?
So one
Well-
thing that I do is I will imbue. Who wants a magic weapon?
Me! I totally want a magic weapon!
Always. I can't smite yet, so always.
All right. Roll off for it.
Ooh, okay.
I can only do one.
Alright.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
okay,
ladies
okay,
first
okay,
then.
Okay. I got an 18.
I'll concede.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank you.
You now have, with my last imbuement of the day, you have a +1, whatever your weapon is.
Woo! +1 scimitar.
Nice.
Cool beans.
Great. I want to go around the room. I want what spa treatment specifically are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, I think I'm gonna start with like a hot stone massage,
Nice.
and then like go into the mud bath, both to like cool off my body and sort of like let off the rest of it, and like end with a mani pedi. I think with the pedi definitely takes a while because I just have big hoofs. But you can still paint them. I think he paints the hooves like a grass green because he likes the idea of them mixing in with the grass.
No,
But
that's a nice look for you.
That's
Yeah.
like the ultimate canvas for nail art, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Right.
The hoof.
but the manis is I'll do purple like mine.
Nice.
I'm going to take a bath and do like a facial, and I will get my hair done and like retouch up my braids, and I'll also do a mani pedi. That sounds really
Love it.
relaxing. Maybe a massage.
color?
Yeah, I'll do a massage too. That sounds great. What color? I'm going to go with blue.
Blue. Cool. Flint.
I think I'm gonna get a hot stone massage.
Very nice. And Rob.
I am going to threaten anyone who comes close to me to try to do anything spa-like, and I'm going to retire to my room with the most expensive bottle of alcohol I can get on tab.
It's very nice. They have a champagne bottle. It's worth 80 gold pieces just by itself.
Oh, wow. Just the
Take-
bottle?
I take that.
Yeah, just the bottle. It's empty, but it's nice.
My favorite kind of alcohol, an empty bottle.
Great.
And
So
again, I find some gnome as I'm walking to my room, and I just do the thing with the eyes again, just watching.
he looks very intimidated by you.
And I walk into my room.
Okay, so the night passes. You don't need to keep watch or anything. Fortunately, the gnomes are taking good care of you, and they've posted guards outside of all of your rooms. You wake up in the morning, and the mood in the spa has changed. It's very solemn. Where last night it was celebratory. People were dancing at the retrieval of their amulet. Today there's no nonsense. Everyone wears black. The mayor, he's still wearing purple, but it's like a darker, more solemn shade of purple. It's not like Willy Wonka, which it was before. He comes up to you and he says, "Are you ready to venture into the cave?"
I think so.
Then with
Do
that,
we
we're
need
going
to
to
get
take-
any like healing potions or anything? Should we buy things before we go?
I assumed you had adventure stuff, right? Your adventurers?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Thank you for reminding me. I craft I just rolled a 1 on my d6 for it. It's a healing potion that I'm able to craft today.
Nice.
And
I was
actually,
born all cloth on that hill over there. I've never existed before that. It was really weird.
With that, we are going to take a 5-minute break.
perfect.
Sounds good.
All right.
5-minute break.
So, can you guys be back at 806.
Yeah.
Copy that.
Lovely. Lovely.
BRB.
Sees the world.
I will see you guys in just a moment.
Excellent. I will put us to.
All right, we're back after a short break. I have pretzels and water. We find ourselves at the mouth of the cave. The mayor has led you all the way down a spiraling, very rickety staircase that runs along the side of the cliff into the mouth of a great cave. You hear the sound of the ocean as it washes, lapping at the mouth of the cave. We find ourselves here. If you guys want to place your tokens right at the beginning of the dungeon,
Ooh, there
I
it
would
is.
very much appreciate it.
Is
So we're down in the bottom left corner?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm still seeing a black void.
you have to scroll down.
Gotta
There's a
scroll
very,
all the
very
way down.
small window open at the bottom.
Lovely. The mayor looks to you all and says, "Good luck. You're the bravest 4 people I've ever met."
That
and then he
means
runs.
Cool.
So much, Kevin. Okay, bye.
He scurries off up the cliff. He's gone.
Why?
Well, that bodes well.
Rope.
As you gaze into the cave, who here has dark vision?
I was just looking that.
Yeah, the drow. So drow is superior dark vision, right?
I'm only a half drow, so I don't get the superior dark vision.
Okay, cool.
I have dark vision 60 feet.
Very nice. Okay, so as you walk, you notice the first. As you walk in, the first thing is there's an L. Immediate left turn. What are you guys doing?
Flint, are you able to see? Okay.
It's getting a little dark in here for me. Give me a second. I'm
cast
going to go
dancing
into my
lights.
inventory. Oh, that works.
Oh,
Because I
guys,
get that as a half drow. There you go.
guys, I see. This seems like the up ahead. It forks to the left.
Okay.
But yeah, I can have them hang out around you if you'd like, so you can see a little bit better.
Kind of makes it tough for me to sneak if you do that, but I appreciate the offer. I think if you could keep them just like generally ambient, it would help.
Sure. I'll
Thank
spread them out.
And, me, I would appreciate that. I
Sure.
don't see anything in here.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
I'll put the couple next to
put
you.
the bullseye on the big guy. I chuckle because I'm 6'5", so.
But
Yeah.
bullseye.
I see what he did there.
There you go. I can change their colors too if you'd like to have them a different color.
Yeah, I'm gonna like edge up to the corner and peer around it.
Yeah, you notice a long expanse. The hall seems to go on for quite a ways.
Okay.
But you do see an area up ahead where it seems to fork to the right. Ignore that little brown spot.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna draw my rapier and or actually I'm gonna have my bow out, and I'm gonna slowly kind of creep around here.
Should we all be sneaking?
That is not something. I mean, I can try.
I mean, I'm wearing big armor. It might be a little loud.
As I clank my shield down on the ground next to me.
I'm happy to sneak ahead, guys. Let me just check and see if it's clear.
I
So,
know the meaning of the word sneak.
Yeah.
All right, just scream really, really loud if you need our help.
Okay, got it. Yeah, y'all just stay back here for a second. I'm gonna check for traps as I go.
Okay, roll.
Perception.
Yep. Yeah, as you walk along the caves, it's definitely a water-made cave. It's the walls are very smooth, generally speaking, but there's a lot of slime, mold, a little bit of vegetation along the way. But you don't see any traps.
Okay. I'm gonna peer around the corner here.
Great. Wait. Ooh.
Oh wow.
The pretzel
Really
hurt
got
me.
scared up. Yeah.
So as you peer into this room, the first thing you notice are these giant stone mouths that are like carved into the side of the wall. There's 4 along each wall. Other than that, there's nothing in the room except for a door at the opposite end and a small plaque, kind of a plinth, thing set next to the door. The door's closed.
Got it. Okay, so that is a drowning trap. All right, I'm gonna.
Spoilers. I haven't
Oh
done
no. I'm like, no, wait a minute. I've been in that kind of room before. Hold on.
All right,
And
you're gonna keep going down the hall.
I will creep past it for the moment. And this brown spot on the left here, was that anything at all, or was that just rock face?
Nope, rock face.
Copy that. All right.
Oh.
I'm going to continue. I'll do another trap check here.
Roll for it. Yeah, you. It's definitely getting harder to see as you walk into the cave. So
Okay.
you're a little less sure this time, but there's nothing that you can see here that would cause harm to you.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give everybody like the come on up. I'm going to give you guys a hand signal.
Claw, clink, claw, clink, claw.
Damn it.
Ooh, look, a path. Should we go down this way?
No, hold on. And I just, I give you the old high sign, like, no. Yeah. Cool. And now that the light has come up, I'll take another glance around to see if I do any better this time. All right.
Yeah, you're clear. You know what I mean?
I'm feeling supremely confident. So if I come all the way down here, something's not going to explode in my face. Copy that.
Yeah. You did an ocular pat down, and it is cleared.
Got it. I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to edge my eyes around the corner and just take a peek.
As you approach the corner, you start to hear a.
Okay, I put the fist up, the everybody hold signal. And I'm gonna just gently peek around the corner.
It's a very large room. There's not too much inside it, but what you can see is some kind of beast slumbering, massive.
Can we move now?
All right. No, I keep the hand signal up, the hold signal. I'm gonna creep slowly, quietly, painstakingly back. And I'm gonna come up and whisper to everybody. I'm just gonna give you guys like the come here. Holy crap, guys! There is something huge around that corner.
What is it?
Is it a bunch of poop?
Tad, do you want to give me like a description of what I was able to see?
Yeah. So what you couldn't see too much. You didn't have too much light, but it seemed to have black skin. It was very large, enormous creature, and you could make out a long neck.
Oh boy.
Sounds like we're facing an albino giraffe.
I would sooner take the room full of mouths that's undoubtedly a trap rather than fighting a dragon in its lair.
What, isn't your specialty like disarming traps or something?
Yeah, exactly. So hold on a second. I'm gonna check out the trap room here, the obvious, not obvious trap room.
Do you want me to send in the lights?
You want me to talk to the giraffe?
Not around the corner. No, don't go where the thing is.
No, I meant for you to look at traps.
Oh yes, please. Yes.
Okay, I will send the globules over towards Flint.
I can help you with an investigation to figure out how to disable it if you'd like.
That would be lovely. Yes, because clearly I think that these mouths don't do anything. Can
I roll an investigation for that?
Do it.
Oh, that didn't go much better.
Yeah, it's you're looking around the room. There doesn't seem to be a way to. It is clear to you that that something's coming out of these mouths, but you don't. It's not obvious what the mechanism is or how to stop it.
I'm going to take a just like rags or something I have in my pack or a old tunic or something and just ball it up and shove it into one of the mouths.
Oh, they're way bigger than a ball of rags. They're like
this is like Tomb of Annihilation size.
I shove it in. I sit back and look at my handiwork. Shake my head and take it down and put it in my pack.
Well done. Bravo.
I'm
Yes.
thinking like sorcerer Chamber of Secrets. You know, like the big snake statues.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I see.
All right.
Yeah.
I am going to. Let's see. I believe I have something I can do here.
As they're doing this, I turn to Broadby and be like, "Do you have any idea what they're doing?"
I think they're praying.
Oh.
If I don't make it through this, guys, it's been fun. I'm going to gently step into the room.
I believe in you.
Nothing happens.
I believe in you. Sorry, I'm whispering.
Okay. I'm
going
gonna.
I'm gonna take a rock, pick up a rock from the ground, and I'm going to invest a spark of magic into it, and with my tinkering tools, and turn it into a flashlight.
Oh, amazing.
You can do that.
I can do that.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Technically, it takes an action to do it, so it took me 6 seconds to tinker and turn it into a flashlight.
And
know
next
that you
you
can
know,
make
he's gonna make a
flashlights very
supercomputer out of a potato.
Oh no, I
I'm
have
gonna-
other tricks though, and I'm going to look into one of the mouths.
Yes.
You recall the comments earlier. Make a check. Do a perception check or investigation.
Investigation. 17.
Yeah. You recall earlier mentioning it was a water trap. In your investigation, it's obvious to you that this is not a water trap, but you're not sure exactly what is going to come out of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna peer in here and come up. I'm gonna walk right up to one of the faces and just gently, slowly, without perturbing it, do some basic examination. So, let me see here.
Yeah, together you're able to piece that this trap is going to be activated by the tablet at the end of the room.
Over here.
Yes.
I turned to Flint and just say to him,
Go
"So,
for
do
that.
we want to back out of here and have the Minotaur go touch it?"
Yes.
I literally my turn was going to be I wanted to go over to like the tablet that you said was over there and see what was written on it. So this seems like it already happened.
Go get her, Ray.
I put my shield down in the mouth of this the doorway of this room, just kind of peek up over it.
Okay. You want to read the tablet, Barnaby?
I send my god over to help him read.
Yeah. Do I read anything on it?
Yeah, it's in common.
No, that's wrong.
Bad sign.
The tablet reads, two bodies have I, joined together as one. When standing still, the faster I run. What am I? And as you finish reading the final word of the plinth, the door behind you to the beginning entrance of the room slams shut.
Oh, no!
And sand begins to gush out of the room, or into the room out of the mouths. Faster and faster, the sand is coming at a really alarming rate. It's a big room, but there's a lot of sand. I'm going to estimate that you have about 2 minutes.
Okay, could you put the poem in the chat? I would do a better reading.
Yes. Tell you what, I will pause it.
I'm going to turn to Talia and just be like, well, we need to find 2 new friends.
Were we able to hear Broadby saying the riddle or the poem?
All right.
Just himself?
You have 2 minutes. Go.
I think first thing I want to do is I want to run over to the door, and I want to 1, try and open it, and 2, shout the riddle. Because I'm like, listen, I don't know riddles, but I have some friends.
Yeah, the door seems immovable.
Okay, but I want to shout the riddle. So I think everyone can they hear through the door? Is the question?
Yes, they can just make out your voice.
What's going on? Wait, what's going on?
Then
flipping thing on the other
No
side.
clue.
All right. Let's see here. 2 bodies of I.
The more I still have passed around.
Sand is still gushing into the room. You're a few feet
Bronnaby,
higher now.
Bronnaby, I realized I was on mute. Bronnaby, look at me, look at me. What did it say? What did it say?
It's in the chat.
Okay, so
Role play it, man.
so you're telling me that we're trapped inside of a giant hourglass right now? Is this literally going to like bury us?
Yeah. Yes. It's yeah. Once the sand fills, you'll be crushed.
Well, crap.
You have
Okay.
49 seconds.
Can I do an intelligence check? To,
I want to do an intelligence check or a wisdom check. I'm going to do a wisdom check to see if I can figure it out.
Okay.
It runs faster.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Yeah. You realize you've actually already said the answer to the riddle.
We're in an hourglass. It's an hourglass.
No, that's what I said earlier. I wanted to shout out Hourglass.
Stand still, the
Hourglass.
faster I run.
As you cry hourglass into the air, the sand stops and begins to filter out through the same mouths that brought it in. And with that, the other door clunks open on the other side, and then the entrance clunks open, and sand pours out, knocking down Talia and just in the nick of time, Talia and Maram.
Yeah.
Oh,
I put back away the journal of names of other adventurers I know into my pocket and stand up. I knew you'd figure it out. Oh, look, the
but you
door's
just
open.
said we had to find 2 more friends.
I just walked to the other door.
Well, to be honest, it was Flint said it. I just said it loud.
Well, that was very clever. I definitely would not have gotten that.
Whew.
What's through
All
this
right.
door?
All right. So I was half right on that. It's
Oh, you were all right.
Well, it wasn't a water trap though.
Oh, well.
So what's in the next door?
Was the
as
sand
you
trap.
as you look into the next room, the first thing you notice is that it is it narrows into a squeeze.
Oh.
It's so thin, you're going to have to go one at a time.
I feel like this place doesn't like me very much.
Hmm. Can I see the other side?
It extends into the distance, but it's got twists and turns. So
Oh, okay.
I will take my shield and put it in front of me and say, unless there's any objections, I'll and start walking in.
Sure. Go for it.
all right. So what's your order?
I shall take up the rear.
I'll go after Marin.
Actually, I'll take up the rear just because if I can't make it through, I don't want to make someone else stuck on this side.
Oh no, that's fair. Okay. So I'll go third.
Great. So as you start to pass through the cracks, it's really tough. Maram's doing okay, but the rest of you are really struggling to get through. It's starting to scrape you
I stretch
a little
out
bit.
comfortably.
I've done those 1,000 squats last night.
As you come into the next room, it is a wide open expanse after the squeeze, and what you notice immediately is that it feels like you're not in a cave anymore. It feels like you're in a lush forest lake, and what you notice right away is this large pool of water with crystalline blue liquid inside of it, and a moose, a large moose, is peering at you. It sees you, and it looks up from its little drink, and you look at its eyes, and you can tell that it trusts you.
I want to be this moose's friend so bad.
I prepare firebolt for when it betrays us.
Probably I instantly go like big like.
Yeah, Maram, who hurt you, man?
Yeah. Can Bronnaby see this?
Oh, hey, Barnaby, we found you a date.
Okay, that's not. But Tad, can Barnaby see this?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, you guys break out through into an open expanse.
Oh yeah, then Barnaby is definitely. I don't think he like goes close to the creature because he definitely understands that like to a moose, a minotaur is probably very scary, but he's definitely appreciating from afar.
You notice on the side another path, and you begin to hear a.
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard earlier.
More friends.
Is there another moose on the other side?
I think that's
That's what I heard earlier, so I don't know what that is.
Can I insight check the moose?
Yeah, roll for it.
I don't trust it.
I want to pet the
Yeah.
moose so bad.
14.
Yeah, you get the sense that this is a profoundly good creature. This is perhaps the most innocent organism you've ever laid your eyes on.
Oh, boy.
I still hesitate for about 5 seconds before I put the firebolt away.
Want to go pet it?
I'm going to slowly approach. I want to pet the moose.
Yeah, like this is ridiculous. I want
Make
to
an
put.
animal handling check.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh, God.
do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
The moose turns feral and it charges. No, I'm kidding.
Told you.
Okay, I wanna give myself a shot. I want to get on my knees and sort of hunch down and like pull my hands out and get close to it and do that thing where you kind of like put your hand up and then it puts its mouth close and you just sort of like pet its side.
Yeah, roll for it.
So much better.
The moose has a connection with you, Barnaby. It starts to kind of sniff your hand, and then as it gets closer, it kind of like rubs its face against your hand, stares deeply into your soul. It's a real Disney moment.
I poop its nose.
Talia's vibrating.
While
Because she wants
he
to pet
is
the moose so bad.
Aw.
while he is canoodling with the moose, I'm going to investigate the room we're in.
All right, it's there. You're make a perception check.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a lake. There's not much to it. You can see clear to the bottom of the lake. It's so crystal clear, and there's nothing quite there. But the thing that is most pressing to you is that you can hear something breathing heavily in the next room.
I want to like sit down next to the moose and continue to pet it and just be like, so I don't know if you know any way to help us out, dear moose friend of mine, but we seem to be in a pickle. We're trying to help out a local village. I don't really like the village much, but the people are nice there. We met a lot of nice gnomes. I got my nails painted. Perhaps they paint your nails. Anyway, we need to help them in this cave. I don't really remember why we're here. My memory's not too good.
They're paying us a lot of money.
Well, that's not why I'm here. I want to help them out.
I'll take your share.
That there were more problems in this cave. You should tell the moose that.
Say again? Is there an amulet in this?
No,
Is there-
There's
No, we
more
got the amulet
problems
already.
in
That
this
part's
cave.
done.
They wanted us to take care of whatever was in this cave.
I look at Flint. He
I
can't
can
actually talk to animals, can he? He's just talking to a moose right now, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, I don't think again.
What was that?
I can take care of the moose. Do you need food? Do you need a place to sleep?
The moose.
I look at Merrim. He does this. It's okay.
The moose it seems to understand everything you're saying, and it lifts up its great hoof and kind of rests it on your shoulder compassionately. It looks into your eyes, and you understand that this moose will help you however it can.
Aw.
I made a friend.
I did not see that coming. I will not lie. So,
That's because you assume the worst of everybody, Merrim. We all know that.
so should we go in the next room and murder the thing in there?
Yeah, that I don't know what is in the other room there, but can you ask the moose? Can you ask
I was
Moose
gonna
Friend
say,
here
can
what's
you
in the other
ask
room?
your
Yeah.
friend?
Yeah, I want to turn to the moose and be like, do you know about the giraffe in the other room? And do you know if it's a good giraffe or like bad?
Giraffe. Oh,
The
God.
moose shakes its head furiously. It looks afraid for the first time since you've entered.
Oh no, the little baby.
Do you want us to do some stabbing of it?
The moose shakes its head, yeah, earnestly.
Or like nods his head, like
Yeah,
yes.
nods his head, nods his head, yeah.
Can we call the moose? Can I call the moose Marshmallow because it's so cute?
Okay, I'm gonna sense motive on the moose here. I'm gonna do a perception on it because this could very easily be a double cross illusion, guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah, while you do that, Barnaby is
Yeah.
saying like, I guess we gotta murder a fucking giraffe.
Nobody will ever harm this little
Glenn, you
baby.
see no reason to distrust this moose.
We're going to
Oh,
name
God.
this episode that.
It's like a murder giraffe.
Guess we're gonna go murder a giraffe. Oh God, help us. Okay. Wow, this got dark. All right.
Got dark? So I turn to the moose. Should we just charge in there, or do you have a strategy for? I can't believe I'm talking to a moose right now.
The moose does seem to be very capable and strategic, but unfortunately, it has no way of transferring its battle plans to you. So, no dice.
So I'm going to peer into this other room, and since I have dark vision, hopefully this goes better, and see what's in there. Is that
Great.
stealth so I don't screw this up immediately?
Yeah, roll for stealth.
It's not gonna go well, guys.
Also, Mariah, nice shirt. I see what shirt you're wearing.
Great.
I technically
So
roll at disadvantage, but I think that will do.
you creep into the next room, and with your dark vision, what you spot is a dragon, a large black dragon, fully grown, and it's still sleeping soundly. As you start to creep back out of the room, a hole in your bag opens up, and tinker tools just like spill out and clatter all over the floor.
Well,
And the dragon.
I turn around and just at normal volume say, "Hey guys, it's a dragon."
oh well, okay.
I swear, you're
The
giraffe.
dragon reaches back and goes. It takes a huge breath in, and you see black fire start to build in its chest.
This is not going to go well at all.
I am going to instinctively go over here for a second. I didn't know we were going to be fighting a dragon.
The dragon shoots a jet of black flame straight at you, Merrim. Make a dexterity roll.
11. I've done
11.
worse.
You try to dive out of the way, but you're clipped by the dragon. We're gonna take what is that? 7 points of damage.
Yowza.
All right.
What are you guys doing?
All right.
I'm going
Roll
to
initiative.
Scream and charge the dragon.
We're not in combat.
Can I want to peek over the thing. I want to see how large this dragon is and how large the entrance of the cave is. And I'm wondering if like this dragon can is this cave big enough for the dragon to get out of pretty easily?
Yeah, I mean, it could definitely walk. Like if it was so inclined, could walk down this path and exit the cave.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm actually gonna move and dash towards the other entrance.
Say that again.
So-
You broke up a little bit.
I could probably get about. Sorry, I was originally standing right behind these guys over here, and now I'm taking a full round to move. I'm gonna try and get to the other entrance, the entrance on the other side, and flank it.
Okay, great.
I'm going to cast Catapult and a 5-pound rock thereabouts nearby, I'm going to fling it at the dragon's face.
Roll to attack.
That's going to be... That's actually a dexterity saving throw from it. Here, let me put it into chat so you can see what it is. Oh my, that's very descriptive.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's a dexterity saving throw. Failed. It strikes the target and stops moving, and deals 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Great.
Failed save.
Woo!
And
The-
after he does this, I want to jump in front of him to protect my gnome friend.
great. So
DC
if,
13.
it does manage to pass it. The rocks clatter around it. The dragon, moving way faster than you would suspect a dragon is capable of moving, jukes and dodges every single rock as it comes to you, and it clatters against the rock wall behind you.
Do I see any weaknesses in like the shape or the structure of this cave?
Make a perception check.
Got it. 20,
There it
natural
is.
10.
The cave itself looks really solid. Something made this. In fact, the cave, now that you're really looking at it, looks like it's been made from magical properties, and it would take a lot to bring it down.
Barnaby looks up at the sky and says, "Come on, Tad, I really wanted that."
Right, well, I guess like a 5, 10.
Barnaby is now lawful good Deadpool, apparently. Because he can just
For good Deadpool.
I'm gonna move over there.
The dragon is going to take another giant breath and barrel it straight at the three of you.
Okay.
So everyone make a dexterity roll.
Okay.
There we go, 16.
Ooh, 20.
Everyone except for Bronaby manages to roll it. Bronaby, you're going to take 7 points of damage.
Oh man.
You guys juke 5 feet to the left or right.
Okay, I'm going to go that way. I would like to, if he's within range, I believe he is. Yes, I am going to cast Fairy Fire onto the dragon. That's a dexterity save of 10.
All right.
I can only use it once a day.
What happens if it passes?
If it passes, nothing happens. If it fails, it is covered in glitter and we have advantage on attacks.
Once again, the dragon manages to juke out of the way.
Oh man.
Okay.
But as your fire extends past it, you notice the dragon takes on a shine for just a moment.
I also want to, like, as a free action, I want to communicate to my teammates that I want to get like the dragon to like leave the cave, kind of thing. I don't want to like box it in, kind of thing. And I want to, if it's my turn, I want to sort of run at it with my great club and sort of whack at one of its paws, sort of to the right side.
Great. It's going to throw some fire at you as you run at it. So make a D12. A dexterity throw.
I succeed.
You succeed. Yes, you do. You manage to like do a cool spin move as you approach the dragon. And as you get closer and closer, you realize the dragon is starting to glitter and then shine, and suddenly it vanishes before your eyes. You can still see it. It's like a constellation of a dragon now, though. And in front of you is a black cannon that seems to be recharging with a sort of black fire.
I want to like yell like it's an illusion, and I want to like continue forward, and I want to swing. Honestly, I want to use my mace for this because I like my great club. And one metal sounds better. But unless I'll just use it. I want to hit the cannon in like a weak spot.
Okay, great. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of mechanical like cog work and stuff in the very back. So roll to attack.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm going to scoop my tinker tools up from the ground.
Yeah, you manage. You do still manage to bring it down. The cannon. It's not fighting you. It's not trying to dodge. You bring the hammer, your mace, right?
Mace.
Your mace down on the clockwork, smash it, and the defeated the cannon starts to clonk clonk and kind of collapses in on itself.
Wow.
Okay.
So I come flying around the corner with my bow out, ready to shoot a dragon, and it's like, where'd it go?
It was a machine.
I did it, everyone. If anyone asks, I defeated a dragon.
Nice one, buddy. Nice one.
You
That's
defeated
awesome.
the cannon.
Yeah.
Behind the
That
dragon,
You defeated the thing.
behind the dragon, you notice a room that is very small, and there is a chest in the center of the room.
I
Ooh.
want to go check on my moose friend.
Cool.
I'm going to walk up to the chest and
Say
investigate.
hello to
it.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, chest standing alone in the middle of the room. Hashtag not a trap.
You're gonna investigate it?
Yes, please. I am going to roll a natural 1 on that, which is a 6 total.
You have never been more sure in your life that this chest is safe.
I open it.
Great. Inside the chest is a red book.
Read it.
Pick up the book.
On top of the book, you can't quite make out the cover. In the common alphabet, whatever amounts to a large P seems to be emboldened upon it, but you can't read much past that. And you said you read it?
Sure.
Dude,
All of my DM instincts are screaming at me no, but I rolled a 1, so yes. Yes, I do.
So the book is in a language you're not very familiar with. You can read the words, the letters make sense to you, but the farther you read, the more it begins to make sense. And then all at once, a bright flash of light shoots out of the book. And the pages start like whipping by, and you understand everything that's in the page suddenly as it moves by you. You're actually lifted up off the ground, and words start to wrap around you. And
Marum, buddy.
You start to see colors. You start to see colors you've never thought of. You see the cave. Suddenly, the entire cave is very clear to you. You know every twist and turn. You know exactly what is beyond this point. You suddenly taste. You taste salt, and then ash, and then fruit, sweet fruit, and then vinegar, and then limestone, and sensation. Suddenly you can see way beyond the cave. You hear everything. You hear voices. You hear monsters you've never seen before, but that you suddenly know intimately. And suddenly you realize another consciousness has entered your mind. You realize you're in control. You understand everything about what is happening to you, and you realize that you are in charge of this world as it stands in this moment.
I'll have what he's having.
I look to Flint and go, okay, well that's pretty weird.
Marum, buddy, you okay?
Your consciousness leaves your body. You no longer feel attached to Marum, but rather you have almost a bird's eye view, and you realize that you are the game master of this world.
Best natural 1 ever.
Oh God, are we actually swapping DMs live right now? That would be amazing.
It's exactly what we're doing.
Oh.
I'm just playing this moose.
Guy. Ooh, wait. Am I still there?
My question is Barnaby aware of this? Because he is aware that he is in a simulation, but is just happy to do so. Considering the 2 natural 20 perceptions he has done so far, he is definitely aware.
Marum, walks back to Flint and says, "Well, I'm not sure what happened there, but I think it's over."
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of
So,
intense there, buddy. You need to sit.
did we defeat the cave?
You need something to drink.
Well, I don't think so. I found a book. Let me consult my tools here, and I'm gonna start tinkering away at the book with some tools, trying to find a spell of some kind. Can I roll an Arcana check on it?
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's how you read a book.
Yeah, I think in Magical Cave, book read you.
I like that.
Natural 20. Yeah, so you're looking through this book with your tinkering tools, and it's just kind of like also you find this like hidden compartment in the back cover of the book, and it pops open, and you
Holy
find,
shit! We just flipped DMs in a trap. That's amazing. Okay, that is my mind is now officially blown. Bravo, guys! Bravo. That
It's
wow.
fine. It's normal.
and
We're fine.
You
Go.
actually do find. Give me one moment. You find a.
I'm sorry, Robert. Were you prepared for this? Together. Jeez.
You find a scroll kind of tucked in the back. It's just a small little scroll that you can take out.
Okay. Well, I want to read it.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, give me just one moment.
Guys, I found a scroll in this book. I can read it now. It seems to say player's handbook.
But is it for a game or something?
I don't know. It seems to catalog.
Or is it like players like, you know?
No, I don't think it's a dating book.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I think Barnaby has done petting, and is gonna go over to everyone else. I think he's gonna try to bring the moose with him if he can, but if the moose doesn't want to go,
Roll me an animal handling check.
absolutely.
And Tad, roll me a D10.
Okay. I'm rolling hot.
10. Roll again. That was the reroll number.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There it
All
is.
right. Oh, that's actually quite convenient. Give me just one.
I rolled a 4. I assume it's not in the moose.
4. Yeah. So you spend a few minutes and you're like coaxing the moose, and the moose just kind of looks at you, and then just dips its head back down to the lake and starts drinking again.
Yeah, that's fair. I will leave you to your drink.
So you find also in that player's handbook, you open it up, and as you're looking through it, you find a spell that you're able to cast once with this scroll.
Okay.
I'm going to give you. Yeah, this one will be fun. It is the spell Skill Empowerment, and even though that is a 5th level artificer spell, you're actually able to cast it once. It just makes utter sense to you.
Cool.
So it is. Let me see. Somehow I can send this to chat, I think.
Here, I'll look it up.
While this is happening, I want to like scoot over to Tila and just be like, "So what did I miss?"
Well, Merrim found a book for a game, I think, and there's like a scroll or something inside of it. I don't know. He said it was a player's handbook. I don't know what that means. I thought
it very powerful
it meant something, but it doesn't mean that.
Gnomes are known for their games. Maybe they made it.
That's an excellent point. Maybe the mayor sent us into this cave, knowing what would happen, what we would find.
That seems like the only logical explanation I can.
I want to look around the room. Is there anything else in the room, or like, does the path go on or anything?
That is a very intelligent question. Give me an investigation check. That for you, so you know, is a +5 to your D20 roll.
24.
24. Yeah, absolutely. You find a secret passage to the north.
Oh, cool. I want to like. How is it secret? Is there like a button I press in the wall, or?
Yeah, as you're investigating the stone to the north, you find like one of them is like a false rock, and as you twist it, it sinks in and it reveals a passageway.
Mhm.
So you're saying it's a secret tunnel?
Uh, I, I used to help build secret tunnels when I was learning to be an artificer.
I feel like I know a song about the secret tunnel.
I feel like, yeah, we should sing it as loud as we can as we march down the tunnel.
Yeah, I want to go through the secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Through the mountain.
Secret tunnel.
For all of you out there, this is an Avatar: The Last Airbender reference. If you don't,
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
we're not really into secret tunnels for some unexplained reason.
I'm going to take the educated guess that now we are possibly doing this more in our mind's eye, as it were.
Well, I guess that's really your call, bud.
Bob, do you not have a map in the next area?
So
Jeez.
as you
I hate to see someone unprepared. You know, it's just embarrassing.
So as you move down through this passageway, you notice that it actually starts to spiral downwards, and it starts to get damper, and there's actually water dripping off of the walls as you move down through this passageway, and it spirals.
Well, this just gets more interesting and more interesting.
Talia's actually singing the secret tunnel song so quietly to herself.
Amazing.
Oh,
Give me a performance check on that.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all
Lovers
were, but
forbidden from one
water-
another.
not
War
great.
divides their people.
I mean, you're not hitting many wrong notes. I'm guessing that Broadby is going to be humming it for the next week, whether he wants to or
And
not.
the mountain divides them apart.
Is the moose with us?
The moose did not follow. It is drinking from the pond. Bronaby was unable to convince it to come
Darn.
downstairs.
I'm gonna take my flashlight rock
Yep.
and drop it down the winding staircase to see how far it goes.
All right, so it hits the. Of course, that page is an error. As it hits and it starts bouncing down, it takes about 15-20 seconds, and you hear clack 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 clack, and
Wow.
it just kind of spirals down this staircase, and then it comes to a stop after about 15 seconds.
Well, I suppose the only thing to do is go down.
You have to go down to go up, as a wise man once said.
Got to go down the secret tunnel.
I'm gonna start traipsing down the stairs.
If we have to turn the lights on, I'm out of here.
All right, would you like some more lights then, Barnaby?
Yes, I think the clarifier is gone out. I'm a little blind here.
I cast the dancing lights around Barnaby again.
All right, so these beautiful, I'm assuming at this point, rainbow-colored lights, because you can never have
Sure.
decided what color to assign to
They
them.
can
Is now
be
dancing
like
around.
they could be like those LED lights that slowly, gradually change color.
Yeah, it's
I like it.
absolutely beautiful. And Broadaby, you just like to have these lovely decorations above you now.
Brian puts some of the lights like in between his fingers and just starts like.
It's
Oh,
almost
boy.
like it's a rager of a party. See what I did there.
Ah,
So after you guys make another like pretty much full circuit of this spiraling passageway, you come across this doorway, and there's a doorway in front of you, and a little bit of an opening about 15 feet across, about 15 by 15, I'd say.
I want to check it for traps.
All right, go for it. Give me an investigation check.
Very in character there.
15 with your investigations plus 5. So yeah, it does not appear to be trapped, but there is definitely a mechanism involved in this door. And with that investigation, I'll also give you there is actually there is what looks to be sheet music written on this door.
Sheet music. How is this the one adventure I've ever been on that doesn't have a bard?
I mean, I can try. I was just singing pretty okay in the tunnel.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Sure, I'll take a look at.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a performance check on this again.
Okay, with my +0. Boop. 12.
So I mean, music's not your first skill, or second, or third, or fourth, or
No.
possibly fifth.
No,
but you're
I'm a
able to
casual
suss out. You're
listener.
able to sight read just a little bit, and you hum out the tune, but nothing happens.
So is there like a handle, a knob?
There does not appear to be a handle or a knob on the. Flint, give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
20. Yeah. So you notice that there are actually 6 different. Let me just double check that. 7 different flagstones on the ground in the room that you are standing in front of this door right now that appear to be pressure plates. And as you look
Got
at
it.
them, you see that there are letters written on them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
It's like big.
It's
Dun,
it's
dun, dun, da, 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 da. Yep.
it's Goonies.
Is it
It's-
Goonies or is it Big, where you got to jump on the piano?
It's big, but like we're in a dungeon, so like
Yeah,
it's
so
good.
that makes
It's
it Goonies, yeah.
both is good.
That's fair. All right, cool. So if we can read the music, we can identify what's what, and we can just DDR this thing.
So you notice by looking at the door now, Tad, with your investigation, you see that there are actually 4 notes in this musical chart.
What are the notes?
It is, and for everyone out there who is actually a musician who is not me, I apologize if the actual music this makes is awful. It is C, F, and then a high A, and then a D.
Wait, what are the 4 chords that are in every pop song? Let's just pretend it's the
1, 5, 1, 4, 6, 5, and then it goes back to 1.
Well, those are numbers.
So wait, what are the notes again?
So it's
I
hold
believe
on.
it was. Let's go.
C.
C. E. High
It was
A.
C, F.
C, F, high A, and then D. That's right. Yep. C, F, high A. Of course, you have a
B.
Something like that.
I've made worse music.
So we do that.
Yeah, I want to activate the pressure
Yep.
plates in that order.
In that order. All right. So as you guys step on it, you notice that a panel slides open in the center of the door, revealing a green gem.
Ooh, that looks
Well,
shiny.
that's pretty cool.
I take it with my hand. Am I?
Hey, ho, hey, you can't just go grabbing stuff in caves.
Bronaby's going to. Is anyone going to stop Bronaby from grabbing it?
You did it with the book earlier. I didn't.
No, I mean, I figure
Well, it wasn't
everything
me,
we
so
find
I-
in here, each of us is going to grab one.
My reaction is NathanFillion.gif. Just that.
So, Bronaby, as you reach out and you touch the stone, musical notes start to swirl around you.
Oh, I was kidding. Do I actually have to do it now?
And I would say you get lifted off the ground, but then you'd hit your head on the ceiling.
So it tries to lift you, and you're just like, thunk, thunk.
Yeah, and it swirls around you, and you intimately understand this dungeon moving forward.
Great. Cool. So,
Dear God.
Wait, this is a bit that you guys planned out in advance, right? This has gotta be.
No.
I didn't plan this. Listen,
I didn't plan nothing.
I have Google Foo.
Oh, this is like.
Is there anything that
Oh
like
Lord.
documents, or am I just making this up now?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I mean, you're the GM, man.
That's fair. You're right. You're right. Okay.
There is a
Holy
way on
crap.
Roll20 to hand GM power over to a player.
Oh, that would have been amazing to know 5 minutes ago. Thanks.
Sorry.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
I did
if
hand
you-
it to you. You
Oh,
are a
did you
GM
really?
right now.
Being. So this is probably not a good idea.
Here, I'll make
I'm so sorry for whoever has to play Talia.
Art, you're GM.
No, I don't know how to use Roll20 at all. That's
It
about
did
it.
actually give me a notification that you had done that, and nothing changed. So that's weird.
Oh, strange.
Try to refresh the page.
In any case, we'll theater the mind it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
I
Yeah.
feel so badly for whoever has to do my voice if when I get a thing. Oh no.
You four saw Barnaby lift up and sort of like hit, like kind of scrunch and hit his head on the ceiling. And nothing sort of like weird happened, but you saw his eyes sort of go if you were like standing in front of him, go sort of gray, and then him stand back down and hold the gem up.
Wow, guys, that was pretty cool.
But
So,
there seems to be
So
a
do you
theme
like know
emerging
how to
with
play
this
music
page.
now and stuff? Is it like also part of this game?
I'm going to attempt to sing the song that was written on the door. How do I do?
Oh.
Roll.
Da-da-da-da. That was what the melody was.
You sing in a deep operatic voice. The tone, and it's not like that good music, but you sing it like the notes aren't that
Commit to
interesting.
it.
Like you sing it like whoever made those notes, whoever was like terrible at making those notes, but now it's good. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, like you sing it in a deep sort of operatic tone. That sort of reverberates around the tunnel, and you all are very impressed. You're like, this dude's a cleric. Where did he learn to sing this well? And like as you sing,
Cleric school.
yeah. I mean, church choir, sure. You see this, as you start singing, the cave around you starts shaking, and you're worried that you're like singing so loud the cave is shaking. And then you look back at where you took up the gem, and you realize that the pedestal that it was sitting on is slowly lowering down.
We should have done the switcheroo.
And the cave continues to shake.
Alright.
Everyone roll initiative, please.
Oh my. Do
Like,
I have any bonus to that?
Yeah, you do. You have one in initiative.
I have a +1 initiative, so that'd be a 20 for me.
Nice.
I have +0 in initiative.
It is true, you do.
Well, first because it's the natural 20. Did everyone else roll? I don't see.
Oh no, sorry, I forgot. Like, there we go. Oh no.
How do you have a 20.15?
Well,
it's
no,
tie-breaker.
it adds my dex modifier for tie breaking, or it adds my dex score for tie breaking. Yeah.
So I'd say go Flint, Tad, Miram, or Barnaby, and then okay, cool. So yeah, the room around you starts shaking, and like small rocks start falling around you. Then one really big rock falls like right to your right, and you
Okay.
sense that the sort of cave is falling apart around you.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. Cool. I duck for cover.
Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
me.
you like airbender. Speaking of Avatar, you airbender around this rock where like it's like falling around you, and you sort of like move it to the side, and it falls to the side. But you ended up moving it right in front of the exit, and it fell right in the exit.
Well, crap.
Blocking your way.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
I don't think that's how you were supposed to do that.
So
My
next
turn?
order is I think Tad.
Yeah. So I'm gonna can I fit in the slot where the gem was?
Like no, the pedestal has like sunken down into the floor.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna just like ready in action to juke a boulder if it falls on me.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything? Does anyone want to do anything with this boulder?
I am.
I will. I'll try to give it a good push out of the way.
Same. I'll help you. I will assist you.
All right. Do I have a?
Yeah,
do I have
I'll
a
jump in
strength
and help out
bonus?
too.
So you
yeah,
would roll an advantage.
Yeah, roll +3 with strength with advantage.
One, two. Oh my! Thank you for that advantage. 17.
Yeah, with 17, you easily push the rock out of the way, and you guys, I assume, all run up the stairs and make it back to the sort of room you were in where you found the book as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
All right.
I say we get out of here. The gold be damned. I think we need to just escape this cave.
Yeah. What? At this point I can't even remember what we were sent down here for. We were here to like
were told to-
I think we were supposed to
There's-
make the bad things stop.
Yes, and I was told that there were more bugbears down here, but looking around, does it look like there's any bugbear evidence?
Frankly, it was a little vague.
Yeah.
It just said that there were bad things down
I need to
here.
go check on my friend, and I'm going to run into the room and check on the moose.
Oh.
There was just an earthquake after all.
Oh no, the moose.
Well, actually, I will say one. The sort of the ground around you is still shaking, and like things are still falling. You are still sort of in danger. You can make that way if you want, but like things are still falling around you. I think to make it that far, you'd have to make a dexterity saving throw to like dodge around the rocks that are falling.
I assume that's not going to go great for me, but sure. 10 plus or minus, whatever.
11. I think you get hit by some of the smaller rocks, and you sort of ding up your armor a bit. But you make it through okay. You do not see the moose in this area anymore.
Oh no.
I think when you're in this area, you see your sort of way out down. There is a like, huge chasm that sand is like leaking into from like above. You see like there's like this like thing that's pouring sand and it's just falling into this big chasm that seems like a fairly large gap. Like you'd have to jump to get across it.
How
This
far?
is like
how
the
long
end
is
of the
it?
never-ending story.
Sorry, people were talking. What's up?
How long is the chasm? Do you think?
I don't know. How big is a jump? What's the jump? What's the like normal jumping thing? I like 10 feet. I'm always bad at this part of it.
It's
I'm looking it up right now.
it
Like
is
your move speed divided by 3?
No, I think that's an old edition. Long jump. If we
Yeah,
make a
it's,
long jump, it'll cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet immediately before the jump.
Okay.
And
So
then
we can jump
either-
like 12 feet tops.
Yeah, if you make a standing long jump, you can only move half that. So if you do a running jump, you can do your strength score up to your move speed. You can't move more than your move speed.
Okay, I'm gonna say about 7 feet.
Listen, today hasn't gone how any of us thought it would. But if we can't save one moose, what's all this been for?
Didn't you try to kill the moose before?
Listen, a lot's happened. I picked up a book. There was a song. Frankly, I don't appreciate back talk.
The minute we have a musical number, guys, we've definitely lost the plot here. Yeah. I think was the moose even real? Is a question.
That
But
is a fair follow-up.
And since the cave is falling in on us, I think maybe we need to get out of here.
probably. And hey, if the cave is sealed, then hey, we did our job, right? Nothing's gonna be coming out of it.
That's right. Let's just get our 2,500 gold and get the hell out of town.
Perfect. Let's go.
I don't think we've succeeded yet, have we?
Well, I have the
We were
book.
told to take care of the cave. If the cave is collapsed, it's technically taken care of.
Yeah, you see, you're walking down the other hallway, and you see it, like the large gap is like down this hallway too. There's like another large gap. This one is 8 feet.
Okay, so no escaping this way.
You could try getting across it.
I'm gonna just kind of run and jump across.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna follow.
Okay, yeah. Do
How-
the thing you need to do to roll for that. I would say.
How far is the gap?
Are you doing this one or the other one? The other one is
Wait,
7.
Do we need to roll for this, or is this just like we can do this? Like,
So technically, rules as written are you can just jump up to your strength score, but it is always DM's discretion.
true.
Okay, sure. Can everyone make that then?
Oh God!
Oh.
All right.
So technically, yes, but when you land, in difficult terrain, which I'm going to assume this is difficult terrain, you must succeed a DC 10 dexterity check to land on your feet. Otherwise, you land prone. So I'm pretty sure I just face planted on the other side of this chasm.
I just how wide is the chasm? Like how many feet is it?
8 feet.
8? I'm gonna manifest my echo on the other side and bamf over.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
there you
well,
go.
with a 1, you actually, Ronnie, you like jump across, and like you suddenly see Talia on the other side, and you're like, whoa, and you sort of like shrink back, and you end up like don't want to hit her, so you end up falling a little bit, and you can catch yourself on the thing, but you're sort of like on the edge, holding yourself up, and you're feeling like, man, I've been doing about this a lot today.
This
Oh,
went
man.
exactly as I planned it, everyone. Exactly as I planned it.
I'll help Barnaby up.
No,
right.
I want to jump on him and like land on Barnaby and climb up him.
Oh dear God.
Okay, Barnaby, make a strength saving throw. That's also +3.
Yeah.
22.
I think Tad, you can do that just fine.
Cool.
Yeah, especially with a 19.
All right. I'm gonna take my jump now.
Please, not on my back.
No, I'm gonna clear it. So, and now I got to make my deck save to see how I land. Stick the landing. Yeah, I stick the landing, and then I'm gonna turn around and lay on my belly at the edge, and I'm gonna reach my hand out for Barnaby.
Yeah, I think with Flint and Talia working together, you can get up Barnaby no problem. And
I
y'all,
was just checking down there for danger.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Good
very
job,
good
good job.
thing to do.
Yeah.
you all race out of the cave, and like you dive out, and as you do, a rock falls behind you, stealing the cave. And as you skitter away, you see the cave slowly sort of fall in and out of itself, and the land above it sort of slowly sink a few inches, and you can see on the top of this sort of the crag, sort of like a like Scottish sort of like ocean cliff, stands the moose, like proud and tall. Sort of,
The moose
Yes,
made it
the moose
out,
made it out.
Barnaby.
Hello.
you. And then the moose dives off of the cliff.
That's
Down,
not-
the moose gallops with a rainbow flowing behind it, off into the sunset.
It's in the end, Moose. I love it.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Really, it's in my notes right here.
Yeah. Today is weird. Yeah.
So what do y'all want to do?
Well, I guess we can go back to Stormridge and
I'm gonna pick
get
Yeah.
our money, I guess.
Pick
Be
up
like
some
we're taking our money and we're getting the hell out of here.
I'm gonna pile
Yeah.
some driftwood in front of the cave to hide the entrance and be like, now it is gone.
And now, and we shall never speak of this again.
Maybe we could sell this book and this gem. They both seem to grant some kind of omniscience.
Hmm.
Probably fetch
Okay.
a pretty penny.
Do you know more things now, Mara?
What?
Do you know more things now?
Do I know? I did for a moment, and then suddenly it's like I forgot everything. It's all
That's
a
the worst.
Hmm. Yes, I
Yeah.
know what you mean. It's quite interesting. Let's go talk to the man with the hat. I liked him.
Yeah, so as you make it back to the town, you notice something interesting, which is the like fierce sort of thunderous storm that was approaching before is gone, and there are just sort of rays of light shining through a fairly calm, cloudy day. But as you make it back to town, there seems to be no one around.
This again. I want to like clang pots together and be like, "Come out, come out! We've saved
I
the
believe
day
this is
twice."
deja vu.
As
Yep.
you a swarm of gnomes come out and start cheering, and they're like, "Ah!" And like out of the cracks in the woodwork, just more seem to come and go back.
Nope,
Just
not
where
gonna
they
get
were.
used to that. I'm gonna look at
And-
Miriam. Is this a tradition in your people? Did I say something wrong?
Where's the mayor?
Yeah, and you see the mayor approach, and he's wearing his very like somber purple garb, and then he looks at
Somber purple.
and just like tears off both his coat, but also his like
Oh,
shirt.
it's becoming that kind of a celebration.
But
Aha.
under that, he's wearing a brighter purpley outfit. It is almost like
Spectacular.
Okay.
like a Cheshire cat, purple pink, with like a bow tie and a top hat. He like takes it off, and there's a smaller bow hat. Bow hat.
Bow hat.
It's canon.
A little bow hat. It's got a bow on it.
I want to I present to you this book. It seems to have abated the evil that was here. We would like 2,500 gold pieces for it, please.
I'll throw in this gem.
Absolutely. I mean, you'll be paid plenty for all the work you've done. Clearly, you have saved our town twice now in 2 days. You will be sung as heroes. You will be paid graciously. And he takes the book and jumps from you. But as he does, he like his eyes go sort of glaze over, and he rises up a little.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're
Oh,
taking
this is-
it back, full circle.
And then he goes back down and says, "Well, that was weird. Anyway, so like I was saying, you'll be praised by all of our lands. We'll dedicate a building to you. Do you guys want a building?
Yes.
I liked the spa.
A
Yeah,
workshop.
sure.
A workshop in my honor.
Absolutely.
But just dedicate a massage bed to me. It's good. I don't need much. It's fine.
You will have to talk with the madam. She has all of our gold. I'm the mayor, but I'm not in charge of anything.
What?
You're
My
only
worldview
an
is
elected
shattered.
official. You cannot make decisions by yourself.
No, not really. I mean, like I mostly just like carry out the wills of the madam.
Oh, you carry out their wills?
Well, as long as we can get paid, I suppose we'll be on our way.
Good day.
It was nice meeting you all.
And they all start jumping in the fountain.
Have fun with the shag carpet.
Phrasing.
You're welcome.
You go up to the church, and you see just sort of like on the door, it seems like a weird sort of slick up haircut and a little pencil. And then the door opens, and the man steps through into his mustache and haircut, and says, "The madam is expecting you." Right.
Good. Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
turn to Taylor. That's not even the weirdest thing we've seen in the past 10 minutes.
No, it's really not.
Yeah. No.
You go down again. You go down this long stretching hall that just when you feel it is too long and you haven't gone anywhere, so you snap, and you are in this lusciously decorated room with a table in front of you with a crystal ball in the front, or in the middle of it, and a woman sitting at the edge of it. And she snaps her fingers, and you see behind you the man with a chest full of just overflowing with gold and gems and jewels.
I want to put my hand on the everyone's shoulders and kind of pull us in for like a group hug and be like, "Gang, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful campaign."
What?
Nice. Wait. What are you talking about?
What? No, I don't know. It just seemed like it had gravitas. I thought
It seems like a thing to say. I don't know. Okay, I feel it. Feel your feelings, man. It's cool. Yeah. No, I'm in.
Okay.
Him on the head.
It felt both classic and also urgent.
I can get that. I understand that. Yeah.
Does anyone want to take the gold, or he's just standing there?
Oh yes, no, I'm taking.
Oh
the
yeah,
gold,
no.
Yes.
That's, like I'll take my money, please.
Gold. You suddenly rise up in the air and swirl around, and you suddenly realize that all of these cares of gold and houses are nothing more than imaginations in people's minds, and you suddenly gain all the knowledge in the world.
All right.
Sweet.
Hold on.
Oh, you have all this gold. It's wonderful.
Yeah, no, tell you, this is more gold than like you've ever gotten your little your rather long hands on. So the evening is yours. You can choose to either spend another night. The madam behind the crystal ball does in fact offer another night's respite within the spa/inn.
I did chip my toenail paint.
Well, then
yeah,
you can definitely update that pedicure.
Well, yeah, I would like to know your secret, madam. How do you
Todd
rule
just
this
fell out of his chair.
town? I would love to maybe have a chat with you and discuss.
I'm so sorry you have to do her voice.
Perhaps some other time. For now, take the night. Rest. Come see me in the morning.
All right. We're ready for the next adventure tomorrow.
Perfect.
And scene.
And with that, the group of you find yourselves back at the local inn, relaxing, updating pedicures, and enjoying an evening of rest.
Lovely.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's game.
That was amazing.
Thank you so much, Mariah. This was a wonderful game.
I'm so glad. I worked really hard. I'm really glad you guys liked it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Mariah,
it's
that's
inspired.
so original, so brilliant. You deserve all the credit.
Stop. I'm inspired by those I play with. It's really nothing.
Well, thanks for playing, guys. Everyone on the
Thank you.
stream, thanks for watching so much. We're going to be doing, hopefully, a lot more content. Maybe not like this, but definitely some more D&D, some more pen and paper content. Yeah, Arthur.
I have a question. I really liked how you ran this game, Tad. If there's any way that I could do a session with you somehow, is that a thing that's possible?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to, you can head over to our website, mastermind.com. Yeah, you can look it up. We're available for booking. You can book it for parties. You can do one-time sessions. We'll teach you how to play. You don't need any kind of expertise. We will teach you the game. You can learn with friends. You can learn with us. Arthur, yes, again.
Yeah, actually, your DMing was okay, but I really liked Rob's DMing. Like, what if I want to have Rob DM? Like, what do I do about that?
Well, you're tough out of luck. I'm the only one available for booking.
I'm sitting right here.
Okay, no, we're all, of course, all of our pages are available. We're all gonna have different styles. We have bios. You can check out our what we like to run. We don't just run D&D. We run Pathfinder. We run Honey Heist, Monster of the Week. Pretty much any kind of pen and paper role-playing system you can imagine. We can learn and play with you. So please reach out to us on Mastermind. And we look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for joining.
And one more thing, if you book with any of us, if you plug in our first name, like my first name or Arthur's first name or Greg's first name, etc., with the number 5, you get 5% off.
That's true. Yeah.
What?
So,
Yeah.
Wow. Cameron 5, TADCAMERON 5. That's 5% off. That's money that goes into your pocket.
Wait, Tad, so you're saying that I'm on this too?
Yeah, Arthur, I don't know how to explain this to you, but you probably should be, you should know this
You
stuff.
might want to prep a game or two. Just saying. Just put it
Yeah.
out there.
Well, what? I have an idea of this gnome city that has a cave nearby that's in trouble. Maybe I could run that.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should put the buildings on stilts.
Yeah, you know what you
Yeah.
should do? You should design half a session and then make everyone else run it for you.
Yeah, I like that.
That sounds like a wonderful idea, Tad.
Okay, guys. So long, and I'll see you next time.
See you
Yep.
next time. Thank you all for joining
Thank
us.
you.
So long, and thanks for all the fish, guys.